33%. If you go out to a fancy restaurant and you pay for a good meal, do you expect only 33% excellence for that meal? Or how about if you're getting a haircut? You're getting ready for a fancy wedding, some fancy event. Are you okay if just 1/3 of your hair looks great? Of course not. You made a decision, you paid good money, you expect a result. In this scenario, there's conscious spending. You make a decision on your own, you put in money on your own, and then you expect a result. And if the person doesn't deliver that result, you can go elsewhere. But now, let's say we go to a party. And at that party, the host sends a hat around collecting donations to order food. The hat goes around, people put in $1 bills, $5 bills, whatever they have. Some people don't put in anything. And then the host orders the food. Some people eat and some people don't. But then at midnight you get a text message and you find out that the sushi that the host ordered, well, some of it was bad. And as a result, some of the guests may get sick. If you didn't eat it, you're safe. In this scenario, we have unconscious collective spending, where people put in what they can, somebody makes a decision, and then you get what you get. Now, of course, if you're looking at this slide deck, you see 33 green dots to represent this 33%. In real life, this 33% represents the 33% of fourth graders who were proficient in reading in 2021. Only 1/3 of our kids. Let that sink in. And the 66% who aren't proficient, they belong to what I call the National Intervention School District. Here, the focus is on catching up, filling in gaps, plugging holes, and maybe getting to status quo. A whole industry has grown around these gaps, whether it's a student gap, a teacher gap, or a principal gap. Now, the consultants that help fill in these gaps, they're really great people. Heck, I've been involved in the industry, right? But when the majority of our kids are not performing academically, it makes you ask questions. Are our kids actually that broken? I don't think so. And then there's another question, which is what happens to the educational economy if all the gaps are filled and the majority of kids are at grade level? Then I think the opportunity there is to think about how we extend learning for excellence, right? But also we have to keep in mind that this gap filling business, whether it's student gaps, teacher gaps, principal gaps, it's a viable income of at least 6 figures. And over the next several years, educational consulting is growing immensely. Now, I'll feature this chart in another talk, but it's a multi-billion-dollar business. So I'm asking you to join me for a series of really quick talks for this micro podcast that I'm calling Career Suicide Notebook. And in it, we're kind of playing the card of being an educational conspiracy theorist. Because some of the things happening in education are really odd right now. And of course, our big key question is this. In the current educational sector, what is the financial and economic incentive for kids to actually do well? In other words, are we similar to the pharmaceutical industry that depends on people staying unhealthy so that the income keeps coming, so that profits keep being made? Have we gotten into such a spot as a society where this might also extend to education? How's that for a conspiracy? Be on the lookout.